Singapore's recent general election was viewed by some as an internet election, but a survey of 2,000 people suggests this is not the case. The survey by the Institute of Policy Studies and Nanyang Technological University shows while the internet played an important role, its impact on the election outcome was not decisive.
The May general election may have been a watershed in political terms, but perhaps not in how election news was spread and how voting behaviour was influenced. In these respects, the survey showed traditional outlets like TV and newspapers remained tops.
We can see the trajectory of an increasing role for internet or new media, but it is not because of the overwhelming impact of the old media, the establishment media. We have to acknowledge that that still holds sway.
Only about 1 in 3 said they got information through social websites, but their media diet included mainstream sources too. The survey also found that contrary to the view of the internet as a so-called lunatic fringe, this 30% of respondents who read Facebook and blogs were more open to different media influences, were also more knowledgeable and less cynical about politics. And within this group, more also said they voted for the People's Action Party rather than for the opposition.
I think it's a group that's really out to consider the issues and not just voting on some slogan or some emotion, but really out to consider the information.
But there are limits to the findings. Some say it's not possible to isolate the impact of the internet.
For example, it's been discussed that the way the internet itself in raising certain issues which were not popular and not well discussed previously have affected the way the mainstream media have since taken up these issues. It's really going to be difficult in a simple survey with numbers to try to measure such things, but those may be the greatest effects.
The survey also found that among the roughly 40% who reviewed how they voted, most said they had decided before the election.
A post-election survey on new media consumption has shown that younger Singaporeans tend to perceive new media as a more important and trustworthy source of information. They're also more likely to vote for opposition parties.
The survey concluded that the internet was not a decisive factor in influencing voter decision during GE 2011, but it's a different story for the 21 to 34 age group compared to the rest of the population. The survey showed although the media consumption pattern of this group is largely traditional, they spend more time watching TV, reading papers and going to mainstream media websites instead of getting information from blogs or alternative sites. This group is also more politically cynical. More than half say there are too many rules against political participation in Singapore. 65% believe there's too much government control over mass media content. While the study showed the majority of young people voted for the ruling People's Action Party, the percentage of votes for the opposition was higher compared to the total population. Researchers say it could be because of information available online.
So it's like aiming at the right channel. And when they have more opposition parties' information and more favorable information toward them, and the young people, they tend to believe that, okay, new media have the freedom, maybe they are more speak out of their mind.
Now, the study also highlighted the kind of information netizens were exposed to. For example, the top 3 posts by bloggers include issues of governance, the quality of candidates and Singapore's political system. There was also a sense that political parties could do more to exploit new media to engage voters. For example, researchers say political parties can use new media to encourage political participation. There's also a call for authorities to further loosen media control on online political engagement. Another proposal, extending political studies at tertiary levels with new media learning tools.